When it comes to men complaining about women during my sex therapy sessions, there are 5 particular themes that keep coming up again and again. So don't go anywhere because we're going to explore all 5 right now. My name is Helena Nista and I make videos that help you have the best sex of your life. And today we're discussing 5 common mistakes that women make in the bedroom. And the number 1 complaint I hear from men during my sessions is lack of sex or infrequent sex. Look, there are many different reasons why a woman would turn down sex or say no when her partner is trying to initiate sex. She might be tired, stressed, or overwhelmed in her life, in her business life, at home, with her kids, with the family. She might be struggling with health issues or a hormonal imbalance, or she might have recently given birth. There might be emotional reasons like conflict or resentment in your relationship. There might be past trauma or inhibitions from her earlier life, sort of stopping her and pulling her away from enjoying a great sex life with you. And also, which might be hard to hear, she might not be terribly enjoying having sex with you. So whenever you both find yourself in a situation where the woman is saying no to sex, or she's mostly saying no to sex so that the intercourse still happens but it just isn't terribly frequent, the best thing to do is to actually look at the core of the problem, because looking at the source of her lack of interest in sex will actually inform the solutions that are available to both of you. So ladies, please be open to having a discussion with your partner about this, to exploring what's really going on there, what's happening for you, and why you're saying no to sex completely or for the most part. Enjoying a fun, passionate, intimate, loving sex life together with your partner is actually a very healthy thing for your relationship. Second complaint that I hear from men often is that she never initiates sex. And this might come down to her personality. Maybe she is just naturally a very kind of submissive person who enjoys surrendering. Or it might be a bit of a complacency thing, as in, he's been always doing it, I'm gonna let him do it, I'm gonna let him initiate, and whenever he wants to have sex, like, he can make that effort. And while, yes, men for the most part are typically quite dominant and enjoy the pursuing, the chasing, the initiating, they do often enjoy just taking their woman and seducing her and creating this beautiful, sexy and sexual dance with her. But even the most dominant male wants to be seduced and taken by his woman, at least from time to time. It's actually incredibly sexy to have your partner climb on top of you, or at least show that she wants you, she desires you, that she's thinking about having sex with you. And another important thing to consider here is that being the person who always initiates sex can lead to actually feeling rejected or not wanted by his partner. Even if you're not saying no to him and to his invitation to have sex together, the simple fact that you're never the one who is initiating sex with him can lead him to have those kind of feelings of rejection. So as his woman, make sure to make an effort for your man. Show him that you want him as well, that you desire being with him sexually and intimately. And it can be as subtle as sending him a sexy message during the day, something along the lines of thinking about having you inside of me tonight, all the way to actually climbing on him or jumping on him and covering his body with passionate kisses. Complaint number 3 is about women having sex like it's a chore, which then leads their partners to feel like she just wants to get over with it quickly. And that very much might be the case. You as his partner might be feeling like you are quite maybe reluctant about having sex with him, and while you want to give him the experience that he desires, you're at the same time doing it out of duty more than out of pleasure or passion. Because that kind of a situation definitely calls for proactive solutions. It needs to be resolved. You guys need to figure out what's going on so that you can fix it, instead of going on for years having sex like it's a chore. And in the experiences of my clients, this usually looks like reluctant BJs, blowjobs, or reluctant handjobs, or actually even no blowjobs whatsoever. Men love receiving blowjobs. For many of them, it's like their favorite thing to do in bed with you, among many other delicious favorites that they want and desire. So if you are saying no to him, or if you are touching his body and stroking him and stimulating him, but you do it reluctantly, that really creates a very poor experience for him. It doesn't serve anybody when you have sex like it's a chore, when you touch him in that kind of reluctant way, when he feels and can tell that you just want to get over with it. So connecting with your eroticism, with your passion, with your desires, with your pleasure while you're touching him is actually very, very important for a wonderful sex life together. And I actually have some very specific and practical tools for giving him an amazing, mind-blowing blowjob that not only he will enjoy, but you will as well, in my online course, How to Pleasure Him. This course is currently on special as a part of my Christmas promotion, so make sure to check it out. Complaint number 4 is that she's being very passive in the bedroom. So she's just lying there, kind of receiving and taking his touch, but not really doing anything. And I absolutely get how amazing it feels to be on that receiving end of erotic, sensual, stimulating, passionate touch from your partner. But a good and satisfying sex life to both of you, really needs a balance of giving and receiving. And that means that you need to take initiative as well. You need to touch your partner. You need to be more active in your role as his lover. And one thing that you can definitely do that he will absolutely love and adore is to actually dominate him in the bedroom. If you're up for it, if you think that will be fun for you as well, or if you want to just explore something new and be a bit daring in your intimate routine together. But if you're not quite sure how to do that and how to dominate him in the bedroom successfully and passionately, then I do have an entire section on that topic in my online course, How to Pleasure Him. So if playing a dominatrix in the bedroom from time to time is something that interests you, make sure to check it out. But if dominating him is not quite your thing, you can also be a lot more active in your receiving or surrendering role. A lot of women feel like naturally they just want to surrender in bed. They want to be in that kind of more submissive role, and that just works for them. But you can surrender passively, just kind of lying there and waiting for him to do whatever he wants to do. Or you can surrender actively. And that means being very connected to your sensuality, to your passion, to your arousal. That means reaching out for him. That means being open to him in your body, open to his touch. That means grasping him and touching him and pulling him in and drawing him in. And that might even mean talking dirty and naughty to him and telling him what exactly you're enjoying in your body right now and about his touch, and what you would like him to do to you next. And finally, complaint number 5 is that she is performing in the bedroom. She's not being her authentic, sexual, erotic self, but she's putting on a sort of porn star performance. And yes, men are visual. Yes, men do enjoy porn, watching porn. Huge majority of men watch porn on some kind of regular basis. But when they are in bed with you, they want to feel and connect to your authentic erotic self. And a lot of men tell me that that porn star act really comes across as inauthentic and, quite honestly, as a turnoff. It might create a bit of a fun and excitement in the beginning, but then eventually it always leads to disconnect. And the sad thing about it is that a lot of women don't think that they are sexy enough when they are just authentically themselves, and that's why they kind of reach for that act, for that performance, as a way to actually be seen and perceived by their lovers, by their partners, as sexy and erotic. But this couldn't be further from the truth, because there's nothing more erotic than your authentic, natural sexual expression. What he really wants to see, hear and feel in you is the pleasure that is traveling through your body. He wants to see the impact that he is having on your body and on your system, so that he can feel like a king that makes you feel amazing. But if you're there busy faking moaning or faking other behaviors or wondering what positions you're meant to be sitting, lying down, etc., so that you look sexy or you look slim or you look in that particular way or whatever way, then you're not actually really present with your pleasure and with the touch and stimulation that he is offering you and giving to you. So if that kind of performance has been your default, maybe up to date, try something new. Try being shamelessly and authentically yourself in bed. Instead of trying to guess what he wants you to do or trying to fake some kind of behaviors, try to be completely present with your body, with your sensations, with what's actually happening in your system. Instead of trying to guess what he wants you to do, or instead of trying to fake some kind of behavior, be completely present with the pleasure and the arousal that you're feeling in your body, because that arousal and that pleasure and that blissfulness will actually inform and guide your body to react in the most erotic and sensual and wonderful ways. So if you have noticed or observed in yourself any of these kind of behaviors that I've listed in this video, or if you would simply love to improve your skills and abilities as a lover to your male partner, then make sure to check out How to Pleasure Him, my online course that, as mentioned before, is currently on special, so you can secure it at a discounted price. This is the most comprehensive program that covers all his needs, desires, and even the most hidden fantasies in the bedroom. You'll find the link and the discount code in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.